Things are getting really bad. The other day I listened to this podcast where this bald guy was talking about the economic and social state of young men in America. Long story short, the average young guy is down fucking bad. I used to think this was like a gimmicky marketing angle, but when you look at the data, this shit's entirely true. Here are some stats for you. Over 41% of men ages 25 to 34 make less than $30,000 per year compared to just 25% in 1975. Young men are 4 times more likely to commit suicide compared to young women and 3 times more likely to overdose on drugs. 20% of young men still live with their parents compared to just 12% of women. 1 out of every 3 men hasn't had sex in the last year. Marriage rates have gone down from 70% in 1970 to just 30% today. The average man doesn't buy their first home until age 38, up from just age 29 in 1981. And the median income of young men has dropped from $73,000 in 1975 to just $40,000 today when you adjust for inflation. I'm not much of a numbers guy, I hated math in school, but even I can understand that young guys are poorer and more isolated than ever. The days where you could follow the beaten path and live comfortably are gone. If you don't have high value skills that you can use to either build your own business or get a high paying job, you're fucked. So unless you have an Ivy League degree, you're gonna be a doctor, you have rich parents, or you have some other clear path to making 6 figures in a 9 to 5, that leaves you with 2 options. Option number 1, you can be poor, unattracted to women, and live a miserable existence where you're more likely to kill yourself or overdose on drugs than you are to become a millionaire. Or option number 2, bet on yourself. Start learning high value skills. Start a business and fail again and again and again. Want to quit, push through the turmoil, find success, become a millionaire, buy your dream cars, build an amazing circle of friends, and live the life that you always wanted to live. Which one of those 2 options sounds better to you? How's it look? You look okay?
Amazing.
Should I hit this guy?
It don't even matter what time it is.
Did you know 1 in every 3 guys under the age of 35 hasn't had sex in the last year? And I was thinking about this morning because I was walking behind this guy who, in a different universe, he looks like he would be a school shooter. But he was walking with a girl, and he was like kissing this girl. And I was like, wow, that's the key. You see that? That's a woman's hand. You saw the nails? Yeah, type shit. Hey! It is way harder to be upset or sad when you're in a beautiful environment. Like, how could you be sad on the beach? Unless a bunch of fucking pigeons attack you and steal all your food, then I would be pretty sad. Would you be sad? Philip has the most inny belly button I've ever seen.
Yo, why does everyone keep saying that?
Like, your shit's deep. Like, I could probably fit all the way in there.
Look at your belly button.
Mine's good. I used to think that people using that marketing angle of like, oh, everything's getting horrible, like young men are depressed and broken and poor and not having sex. And the shit's true. I mean,
hey, I'm the happiest I've ever been.
I'm fucking with you. But the idea that you can kind of like follow the path and just do what you're told and live a decent life is not really accurate anymore. And it's kind of sad, bro, because like I'm sure you see it with people that you went to college with too. But a lot of them, like, they've done what they were told, and none of them are really happy, and they're not making much money. And like, you know, going from a college environment where you're super social and you're surrounded by people and you have some like level of status associated with where you stand in a fraternity or some shit. Their beach day fucking sucks, huh? I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, bro. What I was trying to say is that you were lied to, and I was lied to. Playing it safe doesn't exist anymore, and it's the dumbest thing that you could possibly do, to think that you can just put your fate, the rest of your life, in somebody else's hands and assume that they're just going to take care of you. 40% of recent college graduates are unemployed, and of the 60% that are employed, on average they're making $60,000 a year. That's $5,000 a month. And that might sound like a lot to you, but I think my fucking smoothie this morning was $5,000. And I'm not trying to be pretentious. I'm not trying to be an asshole. But genuinely, everything is way more fucking expensive. And the average price of a home today is $420,000. If you're making $5,000 a month, how the fuck are you ever supposed to buy a home? And your mortgage is going to be $2,000 or $3,000. Like, the shit just doesn't add up. The math doesn't math. So I think the original American dream was based on a premise that you can follow that path, that you can be just a good, hardworking guy and get that normal job and provide for your family and live a good life. But is that true? Like, on 60 grand a year when everything's more expensive? I don't think so. So I'm not saying the idea of the American dream is completely dead. Obviously, it is still a country with an abundance of opportunity and prosperity. And if you work really hard at the right things, and that's the key, at the right things, you can make a lot of money here. You can live an amazing life and build it from scratch, build it for yourself, no matter where you come from or who you are. But if you really want to do that, if you really want to live a good life, then you're probably going to have to do it on your own. You're probably going to have to start a business or some kind of side hustle that becomes a business, or you meet the right person and you find yourself in an opportunity that you created for yourself, that nothing was handed to you. And I think the easiest place to start for anyone is like a service-based business, whether it's online or in person. Like, you can go and start a lawn care business with $1,000 tomorrow, or a car detailing business. Or if you want to start an online business, you can start working with people who have personal brands and learn copywriting, learn skills that you can use to help people in the creator economy. Like, the opportunities are endless in America and really anywhere, any first world country with internet connection. But those opportunities are only available to you if you build the right skill set. So if you're a younger guy between the ages of 18 to 35 even, that's where your sole focus should be, and is building valuable skills that people will pay you a lot of money for, and you can put some cash in your pocket. Like, that's an easy way to make money. Handle a problem for somebody who has money. And the key is you have to take full responsibility for your life. Like, even in this video, if you watch this and you're like, oh wow, like, Ben, you are right. A lot of the dream that I was sold is not accurate. And now I'm in a mountain of debt, or now I'm in a job that I don't like, and it's the government's fault, or it's the school system's fault, or it's my parents' fault. You can't do that. You can't blame other people, because then you can never change. So if you take full responsibility for your life and you understand that you learning skills is entirely up to you and you're just an amalgamation of the decisions that you're making on a daily basis, then you will live a good life. Then you will live the American dream. You can create it for yourself, but you have to take the initiative. Nobody's going to do that for you. Uncle Sam's not going to bail you out. Nothing will happen unless you make it happen. And maybe that is the American dream. Anyway, boys and girls, thank you for watching. Go to the description if you want to work with me directly, and like, subscribe, share this with your grandma. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.